Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brooklyn and I kind of make videos about my college life as well as my prior degree online for education, and then I'm also doing a few videos about my time as a teacher, and this video today kind of involves all of those things. So if you're interested, stick around and let's get into it. Before we get into it though, side note, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on all the content that will be coming soon. I'm planning on filming about 4 videos maybe, hopefully today, so that I can get a schedule started up so that we can keep in touch and it won't be a month before you see a new video, hopefully. So anyway, let's get into it. So before I decided to start WGU, I was going to a non-accredited Bible college. What that essentially means is I can go there and I'll get a 4-year degree, but I cannot use that degree for anything. I cannot transfer any of my classes over to another college for credit. I can't use that degree to get a job or anything. It's literally just a piece of paper. Now you might be like, why would you go to that? I honestly felt in prayer and in my personal life that that's where I needed to go for that time. And I loved it. It was amazing. So last summer, I decided not to go back to that Bible college and instead started WGU online, and I was able to graduate in November. So that put me trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. So I ended up taking an interim position for a 3rd grade math and science, which meant that that job ended at the end of the school year. And they could rehire me if they wanted to, but it wasn't like an actual contracted full year teacher thing where it just gets renewed and you have to like do like the whole renewal process. This would be, I would have to like, they would have to like recommend me for the position again, and then I would have to sign off on some things and they would have to sign off on some things. It would have been considered 2 different positions, if that even makes any sense. This also meant, since it was an interim position, which it was an interim position because they had a teacher leave mid-year and they just needed someone. So I stepped in, and if at the end of the year they had wanted someone else to take that place, that they didn't think I was doing a good job, they wouldn't even have to let me know that I wasn't getting rehired. They could just have someone else take that position, and I would be in no place to be like, hey, you know, replace me. No, it was an interim position. I always had to be in that mindset of, this is not my forever job. Someone else could take this from me. They might want to rehire me, but they might not. So I always knew that I would probably want to finish my Bible college degree at the Bible college, no matter what. I just didn't know if I wanted to do that online, which they now offer, or in person. I prayed, and I honestly, this is me personally, I prayed and was like, you know what, God, I'm getting so stressed out trying to make this decision and make this decision for myself that I'm going to put it off of myself. So I prayed and I decided whichever opportunity I heard from first was what I was going to go with. So I applied to the Bible college to, you know, be readmitted, as well as I didn't say, hey, I don't want this job again, and it was getting towards the end of the school year. So I was like, they'll reach out to me if they want me to go next year. They told us, you know, we'll be in contact in around this time of the year if you want to, if we want to rehire you. So I was just kind of waiting to see which one happened first. So the very last week of school, I had not been notified if I was going to be rehired, and I had not gotten notice if I had been accepted back into the Bible college. I think it was like a Tuesday, I got an email saying that I had been accepted to the Bible college, full-time on campus, so just as like I had been before. They, like I said, they still had not called me to renew my contract, so I decided I'm just gonna go back to Bible college, I guess. I got this information, but I was still like, man, I really like my principal, and I know she's mentioned to me a few times that she will most likely rehire me, but she has not given me the formal documentation to do so. So I was just kind of confused about what I should do, even though I'd already set that whichever one I got first is what I was going to go with. However, this is where my final decision came in. Around the last week of school, it might have been a week or 2 beforehand, but we got notice that our principal had been replaced. And I loved my principal. She was so helpful. I remember my first few weeks there, she would check on me multiple times a day, making sure I had everything I needed, making sure I didn't need someone else in the classroom with me just like until I was comfortable, all this kind of stuff, making sure I have all the materials, all of the connections that I needed with the staff at school to get my job done. And she was so thorough and she was so good with the kids. So the reason she got replaced, in my opinion, is not a good enough reason, but according to the state, it is what had to be done. Our school, I've mentioned once or twice before, was in other videos, was a very low grade school, if you want to call it that. I don't know what you would call it. I can't remember the terms, but our scores were pretty low. And behavior at our school was we just had a little bit of a rough crowd for a little while. So because our scores had not increased a certain amount within the past few years, and because of behavior issues and teacher retention rate, which was related to the behavioral issues usually, those three things, they decided to replace my principal, who had been there for decades. And that really hurt me because she was such a good principal. She made sure we had everything we needed. She was always so nice to the kids, but at the end of the day, the numbers weren't in her favor and they decided to replace her. I knew that a lot of the love that I felt for the school, yes, it was with the kids and with the co-teachers and everything, but my principal really made that school, and I knew that most of my tug that I felt towards going back to school was related to my principal. And I just felt like since she wasn't there, I wouldn't have as much passion for that school as I did before when she was there. So I ended up meeting the new principal, and she was sweet and everything. It just, at the end of the day, I decided, you know what? I can wait 1 year to continue my career. There's not going to be another time in my life where I am single, don't have kids, don't have all the bills and responsibilities of a house, pets, rent, whatever you want to say. I don't have those responsibilities now as a 21-year-old. However, I will have those when I'm 30. So I was like, right now, while I can, I'm going to go back in person to college, to Bible college, so that I don't regret it later, essentially. I'm the kind of person, I love learning. I'm never going to regret getting more education. I went ahead and let my old principal, new principal, and the superintendent know that I would not be renewing my contract, or not renewing my contract, but like signing on another contract. Because by the time I finally made my final decision, they had contacted me. But I let them know, I'm so sorry, I've decided to go back and continue my studies, kind of give them the whole spiel I'm giving you right now. And they were all super supportive. All three of them let me know that they wished me luck, and if I ever came back to our town, to please get in contact with them. They would love to have me on staff again. So there are no hard feelings. It's not some big, oh, I had this huge disruption in my classroom, or this person offended me, or this kid did this, or this parent did this. It was nothing like that. I feel like teaching, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, is always gonna have those ups and the downs. And I mean, mine had that, but it had no impact really on whether I actually stayed at school and taught this year. So in the end, I'm super excited with the decision I made. You might not agree with it. I've had one or two people in my life, well, not like close to me, but just like in passing, be like, why are you going back to college? You already have a associate's in business and a bachelor's in education. You have a career. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it now? Why didn't you do it beforehand? I'm like, well, it just wasn't in the plans. You know what? And I'm so happy with my decision. I am here on campus now in Indiana at the Bible college. I would show you my room, but it's a mess, and I did get a roommate, so I feel like that's kind of an invasion of privacy. I'm doing this while she's at work because I don't want to invade her privacy at all. So that's why there hasn't been a video for a little bit, because I've been trying to get settled and figure out, when I would do filming, when I'm gonna do homework, trying to find a job. Got a job today. I've had a job for the past week or so at this cleaning place, but it's not really jiving. So I got a job at a daycare that I'll be working at after school hours. And it works really well with my schedule, as well as with my extracurricular activities that I'm a part of here. I got voted in as missions club secretary, so that's really fun. I got to do that my sophomore year, so now I'm gonna get to do it my senior year. Also, I'm a senior here. I transferred in some credits from WGU, which they allow, and I'm going to graduate with the class I came in with freshman year. So it all just turned out perfect. I am so happy with how it turned out, and I cannot wait to bring y'all along and show y'all my year without teaching. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I really loved doing the Q&A with y'all a couple videos ago. I would love to do another one of those. I feel like it had a really great interaction. I am planning to do another one, so if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all the content that will be coming soon. I promise, pinky promise. And then like this video so I know if you want more of this content or another kind of content. So that's it for today. I'll see y'all later.